So what does it mean to the two of you guys to be the only father-son duo in the New York Tech Hall of Fame?
Well, I think my father, he was actually, you know, I have to admit, I was blessed to be in the Hall of Fame here, and I love that I am and that my son is as well. But he was a better athlete than I was, and but I'm a lot smarter, and that's why I think I'm more successful than he is. What would you say?
Well, we're not father-son. If you guys don't know, this is my grandfather, actually. No, but kind of like my father said, I mean, just being in it, you know, me personally, it's great, but you know, to be in it with my father. My godfather's actually in it as well. He played football with my dad when he was here, so that's pretty cool as well.
What were football game days like here?
It was funny because we first practiced, we played down below on the lower field. That was our football field. This wasn't even here, and it was different. You know, it wasn't a really great stadium, so to speak. And a lot of the teams we played some great teams. You know, we played Towson, we played Northwest Louisiana, who had 5 guys in the pros. You know, so we played some really good teams. But when my second year, they built the field up here, and it was grass, it wasn't turf, and it was nice. And the stands, it made it a little bit more better, I would say.
Did your dad ever try to turn you into a football player?
No, he didn't. I did play. I mean, it was just when I was like pee-wee. But no, he was like, listen, play whatever you want. And in the end, obviously, I picked lacrosse, and you know, here I am today. I'm actually I'm on the staff as well, as you guys know. I see you guys all the time. But no, he didn't. I played any soccer, hockey, obviously lacrosse, basketball, anything, any sport.
Now, did you come to Tech because your dad came here, or was that just a coincidence?
So it was just a coincidence. I actually went to Towson out of high school, and then it just didn't work out. It wasn't for me. And I was looking around. I was looking at Hofstra. I would have to sit out, so that kind of played an impact as well. And then New York Tech, I had some friends here already. I knew I had a chance to win a national championship because, you know, they had won in 97, 03, and 05, and I was coming in 2006. But no, it was just a coincidence. He didn't push me any certain way. It just ended up this way.
So you mentioned the national championships. You come in and you play under Jack Haley. What was it like playing under Jack Haley, who had already won 3 national championships? Correct.
So Jack Haley, he's one of a kind. Great guy, you know. He was big into working hard, obviously, you know. He had won 3 previous until we came in and I won as a sophomore. But great guy. He loved the game. Great ambassador for the game. I mean, you can go anywhere in the country and you mention Jack Haley and he's a known man.
Now, John, when you come back here to President Stadium and the campus, what goes through your mind? What do you think about?
Well, it's more, I think, to be honest, it's more about Matt's lacrosse playing days, you know, because I played football here a long time ago, and they don't play football here anymore. And you know, I enjoyed, like, as he said, the championships. I mean, they were a good team all 4 years that he played, but when they won the national championship, it was, even for us parents, it was a great experience, and that's what I think about when I come back here.
Were you at all of his games?
I don't know, was I?
He was at everyone except for one. He had to do something when I was a freshman for business, and he had to travel, and we only won by 1. So I said, hold on, buddy, listen, no more. So honestly, I think it was like the 3rd game of the year, and he hasn't missed one since.
Never missed another one.
Correct.
Traveled wherever they went,
yep.
California.
Yeah. Colorado, we went 1 year.
It's good fun.
Is it true that you sacked Bobby Hebert?
That is definitely true. Not only did I sack him, that came up to me after the game and said, you know, great job, great game. And he goes, I said to him, listen, we're staying at the hotel here. Is there a place like we weren't leaving until the next day. Is there a place that we can like go out for a little while? He goes, yeah, but it's like the next town over. We'll swing by and pick you up. So they rolled in with like 5 pickup trucks, and a bunch of us went out with them after the game. And another guy who played in that team, and I didn't realize it, was the coach of, who just won the national championship in football? LSU? No.
Yes.
LSU.
Correct. Orgeron.
Yeah, he played on the team too.
No kidding. Yeah. So you went out with Ed Orgeron? Was he there?
Yeah, he was there because, you know what, when I look at him, I'm like, yeah, I remember him, because we we went against each other. You know, so it was pretty funny that it was. I didn't realize it until I was reading stories about him now that he's very successful. So.
How often does he tell that story?
First time I've ever heard it.
No kidding.
Correct.
You didn't even know about that?
Nope. I did not.
Which part? That Ed?
Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, I just realized that actually.
Well, was it high school or college when you? The one story I hear all the time, John. I'm not sure if it's high school or college. Is when you know, he read a screen pass and picked it off and ran 50, 60 yards. I hear
was
about it
high
all the time.
school, college, and when I played for the Brooklyn Kings in the semi-pro team too. Yeah, so I was a pretty stellar athlete, let's say.
Matt, what meant more to you, winning the national championship or being named the first team All-American as a senior?
100% winning the national championship. It's a team sport. I know being the first team All-American is great. I couldn't do it by myself. I wasn't passing to myself. I wasn't playing 1-on-10, you know. No questions, no thoughts needed. 100% win the national championship.
Now, you were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999. How did you find out that you were going to be inducted, and what was that feeling like?
It was a great feeling. First of all, you know, Clyde Dowdy actually called me, and I went to school here with Clyde. He played basketball at the time, and he called me up and said, "Listen, you know, we want you to go. We're putting you into the Hall of Fame. I hope you will accept it." I go, "Well, absolutely, of course I will." And I went in that year, so it was nice. It was a really nice feeling.
And then what was it like to see Matt go in last year, 2019?
It was great. I mean, he went in, like you said, he went in with my buddy I played football with, who's you know, a good friend of mine. And but to have your son go in, it's pretty special.
How did you find out that you were going to get into the Hall of Fame? What was that moment like for you?
I was at home, and I went out and I checked the mail, and I had a piece of regular mail from NYT, and I was like, all right. I opened it up, and it was a letter saying that I'll be getting in, and I was like, so now I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah. So I called Dad. I'm like, hey, listen, I got this letter that I'm going to the Hall of Fame. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. And then I'm like, and he always would like not brag, but like, yeah, I'm in the Hall of Fame. So now we're even now, no?
No, you owe me a lot, so you're not anywhere near to even yet. So.
Do you guys ever debate over who had the better career?
That was
No, it's
definitely
clearly me. No, come on, it's not. It's definitely me. I mean, listen.
Athletically, or you mean just in life?
Athletic career.
All right, Tim.
No, honestly, we don't. We go back and forth with stories though, but you know, we don't really go at each other like that.
My basketball team won the intramural championship here too, so it's
Our football team
That
did.
might be the tiebreaker.
Our football team did multiple times.
There you go, Tim.
Now, when you guys are at family functions, Thanksgiving, birthday parties, whatever it is, how often does New York Tech just come up in conversation?
Pretty often, I would say. A lot of times, especially if it's at our house, I'm probably wearing a New York Tech sweatshirt or something because I have so much of it. But it gets talked about definitely. You know, again, like kind of like we just discussed, we like to bring up the glory days. You know.
And plus, we wear our ring too.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, so
like weddings and stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
And then it just brings up conversation.
Now, Matt, you're in your second year with the lacrosse team as an assistant coach. Why'd you decide to come back and help out the team?
So I've always wanted to coach, and there would be no better fit than to come back to my alma mater. Coach John coached me. He was the defensive coach for 3 years, and then my senior year, he was our head coach. I'd love to help him out in any way I can and get us back to the national championship.
And then when you're around the team, how often do you talk about your playing days?
Well, sometimes I do. I'm not gonna lie, but they're pretty good at asking questions. I like to ask questions because they know I've won one before and I've been there. Coach Tuttle as well. You know, he's been there. He's in Hall of Fame as well. Coach Dunn, obviously, he's been there. So they do ask a lot of questions, which is good, but I don't like to compare what I did to them. Although sometimes they want to chirp me a little bit about it, but I don't bring it up.
And then last question, you guys are both alums, obviously, you're in your professional careers now. If you had to give advice to current student athletes, what would you tell them?
You know, it's when you graduate from school and you have a particular major, it's not always going to be what you're going to do in life. So just keep your mind open when you go out into the world, because you may think you're going to be in an account. Well, usually if you're going to be an accountant, you're an accountant, but you may think you're going to go into become a police officer and something doesn't work out and then you have to go into business. Just keep an open mind that, sometimes things, you're a criminal justice major, but you're not going to go that route. So just keep an open mind and just try to make money and have fun and enjoy what you do.
You said criminal justice, I kind of want to be a cop. Why use that example, Dad?
Because that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So I would say basically, being an athlete can compare to, being in the workforce. I mean, you got to be, you got to manage your time. You got to work hard, and I would just say that, listen, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a really good point.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
John, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.